Activity. Just 15 minutes of physical activity a day is enough to keep you healthy. Active. My grandmother's a very active person for her age. Move. Don't make a move or they'll see us. Jane and Fred moved the washing machine from the kitchen to the bathroom. Please don't move while I'm taking the photo. Movement. Harry saw a movement in the bushes, but he couldn't tell if it was an animal or a human being. Since the accident, Sandra only has limited movement of her left arm. Balance. He lost his balance and fell down the stairs. She managed to keep her balance on the slippery stones while crossing the stream. The waiter balanced the dishes and glasses on a big tray. Go, went, gone. We went to the seaside at the weekend. I don't know about you, but I'm going home. Step. Jenny took a step forward and then stopped at the edge of the cliff. Paul stepped very carefully over the sleeping dog. Pace. We walked all the way to the station at a fast pace. Lead, led, led. The tour guide led us through the castle. Head. We were heading for the summit when the blizzard started. Wander. He wandered around the streets until it got dark. Crawl. We used to crawl through the bushes to get into the park. Run, ran, run. A cat ran across the road and Joan had to brake suddenly. The doorbell rang and Kate ran to the front door. Hurry. Take your time. There's no hurry. Can't you be a bit quicker? I'm in a hurry. Hurry. You'll have to hurry if you want to have dinner ready by 6. Hurry up. Hurry up or we'll miss our train. Rush. Sorry, but I can't talk now. I'm in a rush. You don't have to rush. The show doesn't start for another hour. Come, came, come. My elder brother came home late last night. Come in, came in, come in. Come in and have a cup of tea. Follow. Janice led the way and I just followed her. Follow me, please. Leave, left, left. She left without saying goodbye. Turn. Tony turned to Janet and looked at her in surprise.
Forward.
Backwards. Forward. Sally made a sudden forward movement and bumped into the person standing in front of her. Forwards. Liz took 2 steps forwards and then suddenly stopped. Backward. Approach. We approached Mount Fuji from the north. Enter. The burglar entered the house through the back door. Jump. The children were having a great time running and jumping in the back garden. Here's my car. Jump in. Jump. It was my very first bungee jump, and I was awfully afraid. Get, got, got. I got up and got myself a beer from the fridge. Take, took, taken. Don't forget to take your lunch with you when you leave for school. Please take a seat. Bring, brought, brought. Did you remember to bring toothpaste and a toothbrush with you? Carry. Mr. and Mrs. White carried their bags to the check-in. Fetch. Can you bring me a fresh towel from the cupboard, please? Sorry, you'll have to fetch it yourself. I'm already downstairs. Lay, laid, laid. Kelly laid her book down when her father entered her room. Lower. They lowered the injured man slowly down the cliff. Drop. Don't drop that bottle. Monica dropped to the floor, totally exhausted. Slip. Fall, fell, fallen. Barry fell off his bike and bruised his left leg. Fall. Our neighbour was seriously injured in a fall from his horse. Fall down, fell down, fallen down. The boy jumped off the swing and fell down. Fall over, fell over, fallen over. I fell over and bruised my knee. Hang, hung, hung. William's jacket was hanging on a coat peg near the front door. Hang up, hung up, hung up. The first thing we did when we got to the pub was to hang up our wet coats. Lift. The box was so heavy, I was surprised Annie could lift it. Raise. Maureen raised her head briefly when Phil walked into the bedroom. Climb. In order to enjoy the marvellous view, we first had to climb a steep hill. Pull. Bobby pulled his sister's hair and made her cry. Drag. The little girl dragged her doll behind her as she walked through the house. Push. The car wouldn't start, so James helped me to give it a push. Lloyd thought the door was locked, but he finally managed to push it open. Move. Could you help me move the cupboard, please? Shift. Could you help me shift the cupboard, please? Roll. The children were rolling a huge ball across the lawn. Roll up. Alan rolled up the legs of his jeans so he could walk into the stream. Throw, threw, thrown. Sometimes young boys like to throw stones at animals. Force. There were so many people, we had to force our way through the crowds. Remove. Would you please remove your newspapers from my desk? Hide, hid, hidden. Miss Myers hid her keys under a flower pot. Reach. Alan reached for the bottle and opened it. Touch. Do not touch. Catch, caught, caught. Gary caught the ball easily. Hold, held, held. The baby's father was holding her in his arms for the first time. Susan and Tom walked along the beach, holding hands. Hold. Ken took hold of Cindy's hand and kissed it. Join. The group of girls joined hands and began to dance. Put. Melanie put her keys on the kitchen table. Put down. Would you please put that knife down? Put on. Could you please put the light on? Could you please put the light out? Put out. Put up. We've put up a tent in the garden for the party. Grab. I just managed to grab the umbrella before the storm could blow it away. Seize. Kate seized Molly by the arm and wouldn't let her go. Give, gave, given. Where are the car keys? I gave them to Sally. Hand. Could you hand me the hammer, please? Right-handed. He's right-handed. He's left-handed. Left-handed. Fold. Amy took the clothes out of the dryer and folded them. bend, bent, bent. Fred bent down and picked up a pin. Spin, spun, spun. Bill spun round and saw a man running off. Twist. Phyllis twisted her long black hair into a knot. Shake, shook, shaken. Shake well before using. Gently. To wake her daughter in the morning, Sarah shook her gently on the shoulder. Roughly. Tremble. Hours after the attack, Joseph was still trembling with fear. Open. The window finally opened, and an old lady stuck her head out. Please open your vocabulary trainer at page 39 and look for the verb shut. Close. Close a window, please. Shut. Marion shut the door quickly when her visitor finally left. Wrap. The mother wrapped her baby in a blanket before taking him upstairs. Strip. The children stripped and ran into the water. Stand, stood, stood. The postman was standing at the garden gate with a parcel in his hand. Lean, leaned, leant, leaned, leant. Frank leaned against the bar and looked round for Mabel. Sit, sat, sat. Grandma was sitting in her armchair sleeping. He sat down in a big armchair. Lie, lay, lain. Sam lay down on the couch and fell asleep immediately. Kneel, knelt, knelt. Lucy knelt down and looked under the bed. Tired. I'm dead tired. I'm going to bed now. Bill's wife yawned and said, "Don't you ever get tired?" Rest. You look like you need a rest. Why don't you sit down and rest? Sleep. I have trouble getting to sleep at night. I must get some sleep before we fly to Japan. Sleep, slept, slept. Did you sleep well? Asleep. I finally fell asleep at midnight. Paul was fast asleep when I got home. Dream. Dream, dreamed, dreamt, dreamed, dreamt. Exhausted. Wake, woke, woken. Can you wake me at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning? Wake up, woke up, woken up. I woke up at 5 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep. Awake. We were wide awake as soon as the alarm went off. Get up, got up, got up. Most young people hate getting up early. Deeply. Yawn. Breathe. Today, our yoga teacher showed us how to breathe deeply. Breath. Nora was out of breath after the long walk. Breathing. Hit. The burglar hit her on the head. Kick. Judy was so furious that she kicked the door shut. Knock. Judith knocked on Mrs. Mayman's front door, but no one answered. Knock down. The workers knocked the old cottage down within hours. Knock out. The boxer knocked his opponent out in the 7th round. Clap. They clapped their hands in time to the music. Bump. Tom bumped his elbow on the old armchair. Knock. Wasn't that a knock at the door? Slam. Slam the door. Punch. Ted punched his brother on the nose. Bite, bit, bitten. Some people bite their nails when they're nervous. Squeeze. I had to squeeze 2 dozen oranges to get this much orange juice. The bus was full, but I managed to squeeze in. Tear, tore, torn. Andrea's blouse got caught on a nail and tore. Tear up, tore up, torn up. Joe tore up the letter before I could read it. Scratch. The mosquito bite was itching so badly I just had to scratch it. In the morning, our cat always scratches at the bedroom window. Pet. Stroke. Sarah gently stroked her son's cheek. Show, showed, shown. Let me show you your new office. Point. Mr. Mills pointed at the large painting above his desk. Nod. She nodded in agreement when I told her to cancel the contract. Wave. Jill waved goodbye when Paul's train left the station. Signal. He signalled to the waiter to bring him the bill. Shrug. I asked Emma when the guests were arriving, but she just shrugged. Cry. Iris said that she always feels better after a good cry. The girl who was drowning cried for help, but nobody heard her. Shout. Andy shouted to Laura, but she didn't seem to hear him. Shout. Gillian gave a shout of joy when her best friend scored a goal. Scream. A scream for help. Why are you screaming at me? Yell. Whistle. Chew. Grandpa chewed on the steak, but he couldn't swallow it. Swallow. Suck. Jack left the house sucking a sweet. The children sucked the juice out of the oranges. Spit, spat, spat. No spitting.
Look. Catherine is almost 50, but she looks like 30. Look. I can't tell you why, but I just didn't like the look of him. Looks. Sam has got looks, but no brains or money. Appearance. We were shocked by her appearance. She looked so ill. Feminine. Masculine. Figure. Don't you think Georgia's got a lovely figure? Slim. Thin. Lucy's always been slim, but after her long illness she looks positively thin. Fat. Short. The coach said that Simon was too short to be on the basketball team. Tall. Rachel's only 16, but she's already taller than her mother. Big. Luke's a really big man and a great football player too. Broad. Greg's got really broad shoulders. Sexy. Overweight. Beauty. A beauty contest. Beautiful. Attractive. The young actress had a very attractive face. Handsome. Good. Hey, you look good. Pretty. Lovely. Grandma still has lovely brown hair. Good looking. Plain. Hannah's a rather plain woman, but she's extremely successful in her job. Ugly. Unattractive. pale. Colour. Playing outdoors has really put colour in the children's cheeks. Suntan. You've got a great suntan. Fair. Fair hair. Dark. Dark hair. Grey. After her husband's death, Mrs. Mills went grey within weeks. Blonde. Blonde. Sue's a natural blonde. Curly. Would you prefer your hair to be curly or straight? Straight. Greasy. Greasy hair. Bald. Men quite often go bald in their 40s or 50s.
Soap. Could you pass me the soap, please? Bar. A bar of soap. Towel. Flannel.
Washcloth.
Shampoo. Gel. Shower gel. Hygiene. Many infections can be prevented by good personal hygiene. Dirty. Clean. Wash. Wash your hands before dinner, please. You may have a wash in our bathroom, if you like.
Wash up.
Bath. Have a bath. Take a bath. Shower. I prefer taking a shower to having a bath. Brush. Don't forget to brush your teeth before going to bed. Clean. There are still many people who don't clean their teeth after every meal. Oral. Oral hygiene is important for healthy teeth. Tube. A tube of toothpaste. Toothbrush. Toothpaste. Do, did, done. I won't be a minute, I'm just doing my hair. Can you recommend somewhere I can have my hair done? Cut. Where can I have my hair cut? Comb. He ran a comb through his hair and then ran out the door. Haircut. I'll be needing a haircut soon. Hairdo. Barber. At the barber's. Hairdresser. At the hairdresser's. Shave. I think I need a shave. Oliver has to shave every other day now. Shaver. Razor. An electric razor. Makeup. Judy's coming in a minute. She's just putting on some makeup. Lipstick. Perfume. Nail file. Nail polish. Tissue. A box of tissues.